welcome to my channel. I'm Chris from More Love Tarot, and I'm here with your reading of some sort. We'll see exactly where it goes. I never know these days. Sometimes the angelic guidance wants to come through, and then other days it's just a normal twin flame reading. So thank you so much to all the subscribers. We've got over 100 now. It's just overwhelming. I can't thank you enough. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and click the bell notification so that you are updated when I upload. Okay. I'm drawn to use the Fiona Horn deck. She is an Australian White Witch. Please check her out. These are her first ever oracle. She launched these with a book called Art of Witch. It's an absolute amazing read if you would like to get a hold of that book. These are called The Magic of You, The Hidden Truths. Okay? They're quite dark, but it kind of gives us a bit of, I don't know, insight as to how things are under the surface, you know, because you can put a show on, a persona, wearing masks. I'm feeling that there's a lot of divine masculines and divine feminines that are wearing masks at the moment, but I think that's just due to protecting yourself and trying to please everyone, being a people pleaser, and that's not a part of this journey. You really need to let go of trying to please people altogether and step into your power and become your authentic self. Okay, so if you find yourself being exhausted due to trying to please people, take off that mask. Okay, no longer having to wear that mask around anybody. Just be your true self, and if no one likes that, then they're not meant for this journey. It can be very painful letting go of some people because it can also be family members, but they've stopped you from being you. Okay, and there's sometimes parents do that at a very young, when you're very young, because you know you're so used to being silly and loving life and just, you know, finding the joy in the little things, and they soon rip you out of that and then tell you that that's not the right way kids act, or you can't follow your dreams. You can't do that when you grow up. Yes, you can. You can. Unless you want to be a dinosaur or, you know, a red fire engine like my brother. That's clearly not impossible, but you can be a fireman, or you can be a philosopher that deals with that. Okay, there's always an alternative where you can tell your children, okay, you can't be a dinosaur, but you can be a philosopher. Go and find dinosaurs and contain knowledge of dinosaurs. You know what I mean? For all those people out there that have children, don't dull them. Okay, don't push them into trying to be somebody they're not. If they have a flair for something, let them embrace it and encourage them the whole way. Okay, whatever they want to do, whatever their heart desires, push them and support them, because a lot of us didn't have that as children. Okay, that's for somebody out there. Yeah, make your dreams real. That's right. Not only making your dreams real, but making your children's dreams real, encouraging other people to follow their dreams and whatever their hearts desire. Okay, we've all been in a position where people tell us that we can't. And the other one on the bottom of the deck is the Hex. So, be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. Wow, somebody's still dealing with karmic situations. Blessings to you. Just ignore them. They're only in it for their own personal satisfaction, and when you feed the karmic energy, or pay attention to this certain person, you're feeding them and you're draining yourself from the light, okay? Stay on that path of light. Okay, what do we have for the collective today? Wow. Let's try and grab 3 cards. Yeah, well, okay. Crown of Thorns. Jesus came up in the full moon reading. If you haven't checked that out, go over and have a look after this. But let love grow. Everything is in perfect balance. That was another thing that came through the last 2 readings, is that balancing your yin and yang, balancing the masculine and feminine energy within yourself. And that's also guiding your divine counterpart to do the exact same thing. I always see this card like the divine masculine gripping tight to the divine feminine and not letting go, but, you know, letting the old self die and flourishing, becoming a better person, awakening to the path. Came out like that. What's this one? Yeah. Set personal boundaries. We had the Hex card when we split the deck. It was on the bottom of the deck, actually. So this is letting you know that you need to start putting up boundaries. This is boundaries with people. This is boundaries with family. This is boundaries with friends, boundaries with lovers, ex-lovers, enemies, whatever it is. You need to stay in the light. It's the only white card or light card out of the deck. We're going to put this in the middle. But the Crown of Thorns here, you know, some people, like I said when I started the reading, some people sacrifice their true selves for others. Don't do that. Stay in your authentic self. You don't have anything to prove to anybody other than you, okay? We're just going to dive straight into tarot. What's this? Everything is in perfect balance. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of financial stability. Bleh, I always get that word all jumbled up. Forgive me. The Star. Wish fulfillment. Seeking support from the divine guidance. Yeah, a wish coming true. You know, opening up Pandora's box to the impossible, or impossible, making dreams come true. Something is coming to light in starting from today or onwards. These are all timeless readings. I just saw death there, so that's a massive transformation, letting go of the old to bring in the new. This could also just be, you know, clearing old patterns, also forgiving, but a massive opportunity coming forward for you. This could be in a love connection, a divine connection. 2 of Swords. Let's just push this out. I think somebody is like being in 2 different directions, or being pulled in 2 different directions, had a lot of options. There's fairies here, so we're going to pull some fairy guidance cards about this later on. But this, I think that you're really coming to understand what this journey is, what your needs and wants are, figuring out who your actual twin flame is, if you've actually got 2 different people that are the possibility, or multiple, but you're letting go of these illusions. You're stepping into the now and just living in the now, rather than trying to push for an outcome as well. Just riding with the flow, because abundance and prosperity, everything is coming towards you. You've got this massive Ace of Pentacles waiting there. This could be with a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We also have Aquarius here. Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. Happy birthday to Emma, my beautiful baby sister. Hope you have a beautiful day. Happy birthday to all the Geminis out there as well, all the twins. What's this Two of Swords all about? I feel like that was supposed to be in the upright. This might be an angelic reading because we have an angel here. So I'm going to pull some angel cards as well. So yeah, not being stuck in two different directions. You wanting to go with this magnetic attraction, this soulmate connection. This is what the lovers are. Gemini as well, just talking about Geminis. But the divine are pulling you towards your destiny, okay? So with the full moon reading, I will just go over that if you haven't already. The Twin Flame card came out in the Speed of Light Oracle, and saying that there's a lot of twins that are coming into union. And, you know, I've been seeing the response with my beautiful friend Love919. Hopefully I got that right, girl. Stay true. Stay on your path. You're getting everything that your heart desires, okay? But this is a magnetic attraction. You've been pulled towards this person. They've been pulled towards you, like I said. This is also a sexual attraction. Something that you use, like the ultimate partner in a way. What just... Something just flipped over. Yeah, the Empress. Coming into power. Just embracing you as well. So, you know, we've also got the little rabbit here, which is indicating fertility. You're full of abundance, fertility, love. You know, you're earthbound. You're getting grounded with yourself as well. Stepping into that authentic self. Like I started the reading off with, don't try and please people, because that's not a part of what this is. People are supposed to accept you for who you are. So I feel like this person that could be coming forward, or that you're going towards, you can be your true self with. You know, you're not wearing a mask for anybody anymore. You're sitting on your throne and you're allowing people to accept you for who you are. If they don't accept you, then see you later. What's the Empress all about? Whoa, oh my God. Look at this. Absolute blissful life. Families merging together, families coming together, a blessing on your family. You could have children together, or you could be combining children, or starting a family with one another, because we do have the Empress here, which is also a pregnant woman. I'm not sure if you know that, but she's always pregnant on that card in any deck, okay? The Lady of Harvest. And seeing the outcome of what you have been doing, you know, you're reaping what you've sown, you're seeing the benefits of this change, this growth of love. Also, forgiving one another is a massive part of this journey. Your divine masculine and is here to trigger you into healing certain things from your past. There are some readers out there, or coaches, twin flame coaches, that say differ, but that's their own journey. Every journey is different, but just know that you're starting to see the outcome, and it's coming forward for you. Having this beautiful family environment, a blessing on your family, this card also indicates. We have a boy and two girls here. That could mean something. But you might also see some rainbows, okay? Just keep an eye out in the sky. This is the divine letting you know that it's coming forward. We're listening to your prayers, and we're working so hard to help you get where you need to be. So if you're seeing rainbows, yeah, this is just the divine letting you know that, you know, they're listening to you. Okay, letting love grow is all about going within. Okay, the Four of Swords is always about having this alone time, taking some steps back just to go within yourself and learn not learn, but heal from past pain and hurt. Four is also, you know, the card of foundation, laying a firm foundation for yourself and really stepping in that Empress power and knowing exactly what you want, getting your intentions, your crystal clear intentions straight, so that the divine can bring it forward for you. Rapid communication. Number 8 of Wands. So we also could be dealing with some fire signs. You could be, or the person coming forward with rapid communication could be either an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. They could be influenced within their birth chart. You'll find, like with a lot of twin flames, to really figure out exactly who your twin flame is to know their birth chart, and where your partnership is. Their, you know, the partnership house will match their personality, their second house, or, you know, vice versa within one another. So you can really get down to the nitty gritty and find out exactly where yous are compatible, and where you sit, and also having those balanced signs with one another as well. Like for me as a Scorpio, my balanced brother or sister is a Taurus. And that's great because my son is a Taurus, so he keeps me very grounded and leveled. Probably not as much because he's in his terrible 2 stages, but I think as he gets older, he's going to be the one who keeps me calm and in a more stable ground. He's also second house, his personality is Scorpio, so this is where me and my son actually work very well together. He was born on a full moon cycle, so he was created for a very special reason, and I hope that he continues the work. He's got my gifts. He's seen spirits since he was young, so your children as well, if you's if you's twin flames, or, you know, light workers, your children are also gifted. It doesn't matter if you were born, they were born from a karmic partner, they still hold half of you. So, you know, those 23 chromosomes are yours to make them. So, you know, like I said when I started the reading, guide them and support them in any career. I know my son always has to get in here and play around with my cards. So, and he enjoys, you know, getting into my books of symbolism and stuff. So I know that he's going to be very drawn towards this as well, doing tarot reading. And I hope that he turns out, you know, just an amazing tarot reader, hopefully better than me, okay? I just want that for him. I want him to make a change in this world and help people, because that's what we do as light workers. A little bit about me. We also could be dealing with a King of Cups, but this is like a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, masculine. Doesn't have to be. This person is very you know, emotionally connected with themselves, very stable within their emotions. They make very good leaders and entrepreneurs. Also, you know, can have a temper, but it's like they have to be pushed and pushed and pushed until they snap. So that, you know, we all have shadow sides. Just keep that in mind. We'll get 2 more cards. But somebody is wanting to come in with rapid communication, kind of getting some clarification. This person may come forward saying that they've had options in the past, or they think that you've had options. But they've had some very clouded judgment. They've been surrounded with illusions. This also could be the lover being drawn, this person being drawn in two different directions, and not knowing which way to take, because one is also in alignment with the moon. So I see that as somebody has been clouded with a lot of illusions within their own life, within their own mind. But, you know, we have the wizard here. Wizards create magic, you know. It's like the magician having that gift of manifesting whatever their hearts desire. But it all takes time. This person also, in one of their cups, has a rainbow. So they're wanting this family, this stable family environment, something that's loving and giving on both sides, not just one-sided. We also have the dragon there, which is indicating that, yet again, that that fiery side about them, you know, like I was saying with the King of Cups, that they can be a little bit aggressive. They could have been without this journey as well, because sometimes we're triggered to let go of those things, you know, especially if the masculines decide to suppress a lot of their emotions and take it within. It comes out as anger and frustration. That came out in the reading that is all about the masculine fighting his demons. That was yesterday's reading. But there's also the butterfly here. So they could be most definitely waking up to this transformation. Is that a cat? They could be also linked to the Egyptian era. Like their soul is very ancient. They have a lot of ancient knowledge. There's also a mermaid in another one. You know, having that emotional connection with somebody. Also finding you very beautiful. You know, the mermaids were very luring to human males. But the kitten here, the cat, it also looks like a minx or a phoenix. A sphinx. I think that's what they're called. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so they could also have a cat, but I see this as, you know, like I said, an Egyptian link, or having insight, intuition. I think like the illusions within their life have kind of blocked them from coming forward, because they're either, and this could also be a thing too, that they're drinking, which is making their mind very clouded. Stay away from the booze, guys. Like, it is the most suppressing thing that you could do. It really makes your mind so cloudy and foggy, especially the next day, that hangover thing. If you've been on a path of awakening and you've been going through all this ascension, you know, going through all that pain and getting in touch with your gifts, alcohol actually just wipes all that out. You know, you kind of you have to, you know, go back over it, do all the meditation again, go through that whole path again. You just pretty much wipe the slate clean. You know, they talk about, there's a lot of drugs out there, and a lot of people are all about marijuana being one of the worst drugs, and trying to stop that from coming in. But the ancient Egyptians used it for very, there's a lot of things that it was very helpful for. They also used it to get in touch with the higher realms through rituals. They also used it for clothes, like papyrus, you know. They used it for paper. It also makes very good medicine, also makes very good food. You can make a lot of nice foods with it. And the only amount of alcohol that was dished out within the Egyptians was given to the workers as a reward. It was like their paycheck. They also got food given to them and everything. So they worked for food and drink, and that they didn't really have money or currencies, even though ancient Egypt was surrounded by gold, but that was for a different purpose. But yeah, here, this masculine is, yeah, I feel like they've been drinking a fair bit. Probably just kind of wearing masks for certain people around them, especially friends. Yet again, that was another thing that came up in the other readings, is that there's a lot of false friends that don't have their best intentions at heart. And they also are very low vibrational people. But this masculine, or you definitely are wanting the world. You've got the world in your hand. This person could also be spying. There's the hacker. There's the spyer. Just be careful if you're having funky things going on with your connections, like with your phone. They could be using hacking devices or hackers to watch and monitor you. That's only for some of you. But yeah, just wanting the world. This is the green man, the Celtic green man. Harvesting, you know, growth, soaring like an eagle. That's been coming up. Kali Ma came up. Yes, was it the moon reading that I did? Talking about that we have to be facing fear. Getting rid of all these illusions within our own mind as well. We need to start stepping into our power and using our inner force to dance with the universe, because the universe wants to dance back. Here we've also got the stag, which is representing that inner guidance as well, having that strength. It's okay to be cautious and analyze the situation before jumping into anything, because you have the heart of a lion here, which is also another link to Egyptians. They were worshipped greatly within the ancient civilization. But yeah, having that heart, it's so strong and it's so loving, and will take down anybody that gets in the course of this relationship or this bond, you know, if they bring harm. And I think that's what the masculine has to realize, is that he needs to do it on his own part. You can't be doing it for him. This isn't a one-way street here, you know. You have to be doing it as well. He has to be doing it as well. Getting lost with what I'm saying. Let's get some fairy guidance, because we've got some fairies here. They were in... Whoops. They were in here. We've got two fairies, so we might end up getting two cards. See what these fairies have got to say. I'll just double check to see if there's any more fairies. There's no fairies in there. No, there's only two. So we'll see what these fairies have got to say. The magic fairy godmother is on the bottom of the deck. Also creativity. It's been coming up a lot lately. Start getting creative. Start also getting creative within your mind with visualization as well. That's also helping you manifest your true desires. Having that creative mind. Okay, can we have two cards for the fairies that are present in this reading? What do these fairies got to say to the collective right now? Rejuvenation. Haven't got this one before. That's nice. So, rejuvenating the spirit with spark. The desire to experience the greatness of life. That's right. You know, you need to rejuvenate. So drinking lots of water, meditation. So I feel like this person you know, has been drinking, indulging with a lot of alcohol, which is suppressing their gifts, suppressing their visualization of their manifestation as well, and keeping them stuck in this situation, whether it's a karmic situation, a soul contract with another person, a job that doesn't suit them anymore. So you really need to start rejuvenating and keeping your body very clean and more on the light side. Also, they're saying to me that eating fruits that are ripened by the sun, so a lot of you know, a lot of sun fruits, peaches is coming to mind, pumpkins, pineapples, also things that are very yellow and orange, because that's also helping you with your solar plex chakra, which is where your soul sits. It also deals with the willpower, and it's also blocked by shame. So if there's something that's going on within this divine connection that's stopping the blockage of reunion, it's due to the fact that this person is not going about a very clean diet. There really is no like way of eating or anything, but the colors that you contain and whatnot are very important, clearly, for certain chakras. So you know, you can balance your diet out very well with this. But willpower is one thing, and the solar plex chakra is where your soul sits. And being creative is one thing that does help. Spending time in the sun is another activity. Watching the sunrise or sunset and exercise, okay, is very good for the solar plex chakra. Also with the sacral, dealing with the orange fruits, because there's a little bit of orange here, it's drawing me to it. That deals with pleasure, and it's normally blocked by guilt, okay? So some of the things that you can do, like activity-wise to help with that, is take a bath. Pretty simple, hey? And spend time by the water, recharging, rejuvenating, using the Mother Gaia universal love and energy to flow through you. Even doing meditation by the ocean is very good, especially if you're a water sign. I know when I spend a lot of time by the ocean, I feel so good, I feel so charged. And also doing some creative projects, like the creativity card came out when we split the deck. Just spending a lot of time doing arts and crafts or things that bring joy to your life. One more. There's two here. I'm going to take communication. So, the sharing of insight and ideas are embodied through the art of communication. Communication is one key, major key to any successful relationship, friendship, or just, you know, a bond in general. Also opening up that heart chakra, but heart chakra, there's something to do with the heart chakra, but with communication, it's all to do with the heart. I do see a lot of red here, which could be the base chakra. Yet again, the root chakra, base chakra, deals with survival, and it's blocked by fear. So survival on your connection to the earth is very important. Getting down, very grounded. I feel like the divine feminines are doing that because they're stepping into that Empress energy. And some of the activities that you can do to balance out that chakra is plant your feet in the ground or sand, dirt. Just, you know, put the negative energy back into the earth and recharge yourself. This is where rejuvenation comes in. Also visiting certain places that, you know, make you very happy, and spending time in nature. So some very nature-drawn areas, you know, just I don't know what it's like over in the other parts of the world, whether you can actually go and sit in the park or under a tree. But just spend some time in nature in general, even just stepping outside your yard if you're in isolation or whatnot. Just spending time out in the sun will help with all of this. And getting a house plant is also a good activity for the root chakra, and just nurturing that plant. Some of us, I have plants. I'm just getting back into it because I live by the ocean, and a lot of salt water kills everything, forms a lot of root rot. So this could have root rot. Maybe somebody is, you know, so suppressed in alcohol and the wrong foods, or just not really getting on this path, being very stubborn still, and stuck in their ways, not wanting to budge, listening to their ego too much, causes a lot of root rot. But yeah, you really need to, just getting a plant and stuff. You're learning how to nurture something, and maybe it could be one, like if you go and get a plant, either a flower that you really like. It could be red, yellow, something to do there with that. She's holding a flower. Or get something that really catches your eye, a plant that you're really drawn to instantly, and nurture that plant, become that empress, you know. You can make anything grow, and you'll be amazed. Even if you're not a plant person or you tend to kill everything, just remember everything needs water. If you go to a nursery, they all come with instructions, or research the plant, okay? And that way you know how regularly to water this plant, how much sunlight it needs. But the fairy realm really wants you to start getting into plants. And this is where the fairies will start coming too, because they have somewhere to sit and hang and watch you as well. You're giving back to them, because Mother Nature really does need more plants. Even just spending a lot of time out in the garden, buying new plants for your garden. Maybe that's something you've been drawn to do while you're in isolation. For some of you, you just want to actually re-renovate your garden. Okay, getting close to the end of the reading, we are going to get an angel card, because we had the angel here with the lovers. So this is going to be the angelic reading. Wow, straight up. Okay, this is the Three of Swords. We got the Two of Swords, now moving into the Three of Swords. This is quickly forgiving the gods. So this is a god that is all about forgiveness and love and submission, cures illnesses, influences that part you from love, and gives long life. You are being blessed right now. This is also the number 38. Is that correctly? No, 39. I've got my glasses on and still can't see it. Just going to double check. Yeah, 39. This is number 12, breaks down to 3. So this is Re-Hey-R-L. Okay, this is all about the angel that provides cures for illnesses and helps you obtain the mercy of God. Okay, we did have that hex card come out. Somebody is still trying to sabotage your energy. Just know that this angel has been sent to guide you in this and help them move along. You're also going to be given this long life. So a long life in this loving soul contract as well. You could also most definitely, like I said, you've been reincarnated several times. You have a lot of wisdom to guide you. So this also helps with, this angel also helps with children that are disobedient towards their parents. So you've also got some guidance with that. So if your children are acting up and not listening to you, you really need to take a deep breath, ask this angel to come forward and assist you with this. She's also got, and I say she's very feminine in nature, absolutely gorgeous. It looks like she's got the Sword of Truth and that stone, you know, like the King Arthur story, where he's the only one that can pull the sword out of the stone. He's kind of like, he's Thor in Norse mythology as well, the worthy one. That could have something to do with you and your lineage as well. But this is the soul guardian for those that are born from 12:40 p.m. to 1 p.m. This is also the moral guardian for those born on the 27th of April, the 8th of July, the 18th of September, the 29th of November, and the 9th of February. So if you were born under those birthdays, or that time of birth, if you know your time of birth, this is your guardian angel, been with you since day dot, okay? Your moral guardian, we've been over that, sorry. Your physical guardian for those born from the 26th to the 30th of September. So that's your physical guardian, okay? Awesome. I'm going to wrap this up. If this resonates with you, make sure you click the subscribe button. Also, comment down below. I would love to hear what resonates with you. Keep your negative opinions to yourself. If you're triggered throughout this, you really need to go within and ask yourself why you were triggered in the first place. I will not tolerate any negativity. Also, if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Click the bell notification so you're updated when I upload, and I will be back later with another reading. Bye.